Hi everyone, today is all about simplifying the way you manage your Java application. We driving into unified configuration within the IBM Enterprise Build of Quarkus. I'm going to show you how Quarkus eliminated the need for the complex setup by centralizing everything in the application properties or YAML file, giving you full control over your extensions and your code with zero friction. Let's get started. For this demo, I'm going to use a Quarkus Demo Sandbox and IBM Tag Zone. I already provisioned this environment a while ago, and you can see that there is some detail how to get access to this environment, but also there's a VDI URL which will allow me into the actual virtual machine. I already run Quarkus Dev UI and Quarkus Demo and running on VS Code with existing Quarkus project. So let's take a look at how that looks like. So I'm just running Quark step mode using Maven command line. And here's a resource of Java classes to define the two different REST services. So one is the return name, the other one is the return just IBM Quarkus text. So let me try to use a curl command to identify and then just make sure everything is okay. And one of the thing is you're probably familiar with the microservice 12 factor. And one of that is you have to externalize your some specific value outside of your application. So I'm going to try to do that as an example using one of the Quarkus declarative API annotation, which is a configure property. And let me try to add a new configure property with a city name and then just define string value. And then I'm going to put on the append that city name in my application on the method. And then when I save the file, and I already turned on the continuous testing, which is just so fantastic because it automatically notify me, hey, you got some error during your unit test. As you can see, there's a no city value on your application property. If you go to dev UI, you can see exactly same error on your UI verification. One of the great things on the dev UI, when you reload the dev UI, you actually found the stack trace of the error details, but also you can actually fix the problem right away rather than going back to your application project file. You can see that you missed the city value, and you can put in the city directly Boston as an example and updated that, and then the error is gone, but unit test still failed because when you're looking at the fail cases directly, and then original test code return hi Daniel as an example, and I actually changed my actual REST API from city. So this is a really great practice based on test-driven development. So let me try to fix that problem, go into test code, and then put in the from Boston, which is exactly the same return code from my application. And now the unit test is everything's successful right now. Now we're gonna talk about the unified configuration for specific use cases. So just imagine that you probably have a multi-target environment to deploy your application from local to create staging, pre-product, and production. How to manage a multi-target environment? Previously, traditionally, you probably have a multi-application property or YAML file, or you can sometimes refer to some metadata in some remote databases. So this is always some cause human error or some unnecessary issues. So if you could have one single unified configuration file, and you can also still manage the multi-target environment, one configuration file, that'd be great. So Quarkus actually make that happen. How to make that happen? So with some prefixes. So example, percent dev dot, percent product dot, percent test dot, or percent even custom prefix dot. So with that, so percent dev prefix, dev key and value only a wrapper by Quarkus demo. For example, here I hi Daniel from New York City because the dev.city is in New York City. And then when I packaging this application, when I start demo and then try the packaging application like a Quarkus view or Maven clean packaging stuff, and it general create a new like a fast jar file on the target tree. And I'm gonna run that jar file using Java command line. In the meantime, you can see that there are unit tests already succeed, and then you can see that there are like a less than like a 1 second to start up your packaging Java faster application. And then let me try to invoke the same RESTful API, and you will see that the return code to Daniel from San Francisco. So this is how to differentiate multi-targeting model based on one application file. You can also use that percent test frequency for like a testing application. For example, continuous testing or Maven testing or Maven verify command line and so on. You can have your own custom flip picks for that. That's it. That's for the demo today. If you wanted to learn more about IBM Enterprise Builder Quarkus, please find more resources in this URL. Thanks for watching.